Alistair is a really good pick. Like I feel like that's super strong. I thought maybe we'd see Nautilus because he can hook and then root. So
where is the
out.
Shaker though?
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see one.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be all Shaker, just all Clown Boys?
Maybe the Q cooldown a bit too long. Maybe compared to some of these other picks, like Nidalee has such a low cooldown on W, but
maybe they've had limited time spent theory crafting for this minigame.
We had a bit of time before scrimming.
Yeah, why haven't they been scrimming? What's been going on? Last year, if you guys remember, it was the weird CS game, and Faker had some like really interesting strats there. We'll have to see what Faker has in store for us here. As you can see, even that you can see exactly which ward represents each team, which I'm very glad to see because my memory has been impacted by lack of
Scout has Smite. What is he cooking?
I think so. So I think Faker and Scout were probably chosen as jungle because of defending champions, and you undo Smite.
That makes
you can see that Nefiri has the support items, so that's ruler in this case, and Gideon, I think, was the other one who was relegated as support for Team Troll, but now it's covered up, so I can't tell exactly. But those are restrictions within the game, of course.
All right. Well, let's just see exactly how this one's going to go, as they're all being good, not leaving yet, and now on 1 minute, they are out. Let's see who is going to be able to get there. Arizona electing to go for the Pike, has a bit of extra movement here as Faker is already...
Zeus is taking the long way around. This could actually work out for him. He's just going to completely avoid them.
Yeah,
Zeus is like actually winning right now.
He's going to go over a ward though, so they will have an idea as to what's going on. Ruler though is just
trying to move to him.
Wait a second.
Has Ruler used his jump yet?
Wait. Hang on. Okay, double flashes.
There's one.
Yeah.
Wait, you can just make it straight
gets his control ward down. Carry is the one tanking. Zeus takes one turret shot. The hook! And Zeus will win! That is going to be the kill going on through, but is the ward still there on the Phaelite over the other side? I do not... Yeah, it is. So he's won already.
Yeah,
Wait,
Zeus
Zeus won it.
He's got the mummy one up there.
Oh, is it?
No, I thought it was the flowers.
Down. I thought it was the flowers.
I thought it was the flowers.
That's the mummy.
Oh, it's the mummy. You're right.
Because it replaces it.
Yeah, owner replaced it.
We had that race, and then no one won in the end.
The pen was so troll. I love it.
Yeah.
I actually like that Zeus took the long way around.
Oh, but Ona has a chance. Oh, there we go.
Wait, did he just win?
Yeah, he just won.
He just won.
Okay, Team Jungle gets first.
Right, how is that? What? Okay, well, there it goes. We got some zoom in.
It was that easy.
He does get punished, as Scout is going to be able to knock him out, but okay, never mind. He's actually just going to get out.
Okay, Zeus looking for it.
Hang on. Going to go for second place there as the flowers do go down.
Oh, but
Draven's replaced down the bottom
side. Yeah, there's Dravenwood on there as well.
He's going through the base.
I don't know what his cooldown. I don't know what his cooldown is. Because he used the control ward topside, and now it's been replaced.
Yeah, do we have enough wards left?
Yeah, we're just going to have some chaos here for a little bit.
This might go on for a while.
Might have to kill some minions to go buy another control ward.
Oh, Ruler gets in there. Does manage to find it.
Okay.
So he's going to be able to pick it up. That's second place for 80 carry. Oh. I'm pretty sure.
Zeus is asking questions.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's see who's going to be able to get there after this, as we do see the mid laner. Faker does manage to get one ward down here on this northern side. Getting the next one is difficult. The thing that's really hard is restocking your wards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have to wait for the cooldown or farm to get a...
Faker got interrupted.
Carrier looking to take this one away, gets it.
Yeah, there is the pizza chicken.
Oh,
the delivery, that was so cute from him and Kellen. But not actually quite going to be enough.
Combo working pretty well there, but yeah, caught out unfortunately.
It's very cute because they're on opposing teams. You actually get to use Sonic Wave Resonating Strike.
Zeus is just trolling them.
He's just going to hop on over. Scout going to play some defense here, but dodges the hook and gets the ward down. I think that's two.
I think that's top place. That's third for Zeus. And top lane, so we have mid and support left to go.
Carrier versus Faker to see who is going to be able to get it next.
Imagine if mid is last. The reigning champs, you know, still struggling to find it.
Yep. You can see the other players are back in base, by the way. You cannot just infinitely troll everyone after you've completed. As Carrier going to make his way over using the minion wave very, very beautifully and does manage to find the fourth place here. So unfortunately, Team Mid will be coming last.
For those who don't remember, last year Faker was the one who did the quirky strategy to actually get mid priority last season around, but this time we'll be unfortunately fifth, last place here. I don't even know if we need to play this out.
They may. The thing is, once you've actually completed it, you have to wait in base. And so it should just be a matter of Faker getting a couple of wards down. So we'll not wait for that, as Team Mid will be 5th place.
With the new changes, you get a lot more money. Okay, you spend less money on control wards, a little bit more viable.
They ain't buying control
Any-
wards.
They ain't buying some, but neither are you when you're just playing a normal support, okay?
Any Zazaks enjoy it.
I feel like it's just so confusing seeing jungle so much. Oh,
Wait a second, Willer is dead. Huh. What did he mean by this?
What did he mean by that?
Well, so far, things going pretty well for Team Mid.
Wait, hold on. I didn't see the gold change went into USD. That's pretty good in this current exchange rate economy.
Damn, not
I mean, I saw the gold change had a US dollar symbol on it. It's not the L symbol that's there in the UI. That's interesting.
That's crazy. All right. Oh, changes that are undocumented.
Doesn't
all
have
over the
smite.
place. Yeah, doesn't have smite and may not have his life as well. Let's see though, as Kanavi's making his way up. Good shield there from Cuz, as the deadly flourish is going to be avoided by the flash, and Cuz so close to dead, and it's Showmaker that locks up the kill. The flash forward is Showmaker dancing around, flashes over the wall. That was ludicrous by the king of the Casper Cup earlier, and Owner is now just dead as well. Team Mid have demolished Team Jungle.
Everything that Team Jungle was trying to set up there with their bottom side control just falls flat on its
By the way,
face
Wolf,
now.
what were you saying about support LeBlanc just before?
Yeah, I
just
guess
moments before?
I guess that's all that matters. Is, Now,
the game will continue. That's all I can say.
To give you guys a little update is, Showmaker is quite large.
Owner is having a little bit of trouble. He's dead. Showmaker should be able to kill Kanavi here as well if he sticks around, but he does not.
Owner's level 2 doesn't have spell shield yet.
Wait, death?
You know what I do love? If you look at Chovy, he has 2 boots for his 2 feet.
That is so many boots. All right, that is going to be a dead Gideon. Actually, taking a fair bit of time here, as finally Scout does find it. Cute little punch through the minion there as well, which is adorable. And down goes the Cassante after the shield wears off. Now, Yukal, going to see what Willer is up to. Money here. Kanavi going to move on over.
You can put Kanavi on support, but you can't take the jungle out of him.
No, you certainly cannot. As Faker is now just going to walk away. There's the flash forward. Kanavi doesn't find the Q because Faker flashes away.
Well, Willer was there with the wall.
Bad, but sometimes you got to kind of tone it down for the viewers and be like, look, maybe there's a chance Owner, who picked Team Mid, could come back in this one, right?
Yeah, it's like I saw my kid and I'm like, could he have blue eyes when he has brown eyes right now? Look, the answer is probably no. As Chovy is taking a fair bit of damage, Owner as well is basically out of this fight, but Chovy's the one in trouble. Flashes out of the way, but Cuz finds the Q. And now Showmaker seeing whether he can corral them. Scout's making his way down, and there's the distortion for the kill. Cuz immediately punishes the chains. They do not land, but the cease and desist will come on through to get the flash out of Kanavi. And that is going to be a 1-for-1, but they're on the board, gentlemen.
Honestly, I think that went pretty good, all things considered. I mean, that's some gold.
Yeah.
They are 4,000 gold down, which isn't great.
Well, look,
hey,
technically 3,800.
They're just 2026, the cup half full Wolf. I love to see
Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Owner is really dead. Cup half full Wolf. Take me through what this means.
We'll see.
Mental strong is...
He's the last bastion.
Yes. As Chovy is just shooting Kanavi over and over again.
Is in trouble.
Kanavi has gotten a lot of value out of himself here.
Oh dear, Owner's only just turned back up! Oh goodness me, alright, well, the curtains have been called, and Kanavi, can we pounce out of the way? The answer is it doesn't matter, as it's a double kill for Showmaker. He connects some chains, and is this what Support LeBlanc looks like in your games, Ox? Because it's looking really good in this one.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I did know the answer to that question. And in comes Yukal, just to try and join in on the fun. It's now a 5-0-3 Scout.
It's not really Support LeBlanc anymore.
Okay.
Luden's Echo completed, 10 stack Dark Seal, and yeah.
The classic Showmaker. Oh wait, what did he say?
딜이 왜 이러냐 이 사람?
What is this damage?
Why does he do so much damage? He tried.
Part of the team.
He saw Chovy was standing there, potentially killable, as now Showmaker could be in a little bit of trouble, and he is going to be taken down. Kanavi gets his revenge, and that is the first death, a big shutdown, as Willa is just really dead. Wow. Yukal just kind of cuts him down where he stands. However, he is a jungler at heart, so the Dragon Pit is a point of safety in general. Oh no. Well, Yukal is just going to come in and say that you are dead. And they're going to turn that into a Dragon take at the same time. That place of safety for Owner.
Now
is now going to be his resting place. The steal for Cuz! That's what we like to see. The junglers at least still have the better smite button, as the curtains may be called for, you know, the jungle players just in general in this tournament. But at least they managed to steal away a dragon.
Now, as I predicted, the bottom lane has been the point of contention so far in this game, but I don't think quite as large as Showmaker.
I would say not. As all right, Cataclysm comes in. Showmaker able to pop himself back out of dodge, and now Chover is sort of left to the wolves. Still able to kite this one out quite nicely, and now just going to turn it around. The rest of the mid laners coming on over. It's a really weird way to say that sentence, so I'm not going to do that one again, as now Cease and Desist comes in as Scout, basically by himself, but he's got so much money, and he's got Yukal making his way in, finds the ulti onto Cuz. He's the first to go down, and the equalizer from downtown as Faker shows up and immediately channels the back. He's like, my work here is done, and it absolutely was.
Gideon's like, you know, they asked on stage if the rest of the team was happy with Owner's decision. He's like, I'm going to be the first one to say no.
Everyone.
he's danger pinging them constantly.
That's what you gotta
I've got plates,
guys. We have a front line.
I've heard Magi is pretty good.
Yeah.
When it's attacked. Wants to pull LeBlanc as well.
He doesn't quite have.
Would you say it's equivalent
just
or
yet?
not?
Oh, hang on, never mind.
Oh, wow.
There it is. He's got the 12 now.
Yeah.
And I spoke wrongly. It's not Luden's Companion anymore. Rip Luden's Companion.
Oh.
It's just the echoing version. As Cuz is dead. Very good. Now Kanavi, possibly in trouble as well. My God, okay. Faker is just going to barbecue him. And Gideon has now found the rest of the team members of mid, and he doesn't really like it too much. Does find a great double knockback, though, and that is Willa lying in wait. Gideon, never mind. He just finds the angle, and 3 versus 2 takes him down.
Yeah, Gideon's like, man, my team just needs to get it together.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest of the team is like constantly saying like, oh, Casanti doesn't group. That's why we're losing this game.
Well, now Willa could be in a little bit of trouble here. Scout also relatively low. Showmaker wanting to add a few extra pages to that book, and it's Willa that will be taken down first in that regard. Pops back to the distortion. Now Gideon going to be the next one to come on through. 20 stacks is being completed. Make that 22. And yeah,
they can get some
8 times
gold?
the amount of kills.
Oh, they got it.
Owner.
Showmaker's back and looking to see what he can do. Very, very close to that 25 stack mark, which is what he wants to hit, but probably doesn't want to face check 2 junglers.
Now, Willer has completed his tier.
Oh! Yeah, that is a pretty scary moment, and that is Showmaker going to have to work on those pages a little more.
Oh, Matt, he's just ahead of the distortion, and they all just engage before you even move back to it, ready for him.
Willer's coming up.
Oh.
All right, let's see whether he can take down Faker here. As, yeah, does get seismically shoved, and Gideon's going to be able to put him down. Really nicely done. A bit of a comeback angle here as, never mind, Vault Breaker comes on through, and down goes Cuz once again. Pretty cute Q flash there from Scout, showing some of those mechanics. As Yukal is just going to ult forward. Doesn't quite exactly connect too much, but with the flash, is at least going to force Kanavi to press disengage cone.
Okay, so at this point, everyone has done their role quest. Apart from Owner, who's just finished it now. The team captain has only just finished.
You made that sound like it wasn't your favorite.
Do you think Owner, it's his favorite part of this game? Is that he has to explain to his teammates?
Oh, Gideon's getting bounty gold, though.
Gideon's popping off, guys. I got to say.
Yeah?
He might be the best top laner on Team Jungle.
I think that might be the case. I don't know whether anyone's going to dispute you for that one, as he doesn't quite find that Q, but still he's not dead. The Drake going to be stolen away here, and there is a very dead Cuz. Didn't even really notice his health bar go down. It just sort of disappeared. And Kanavi is going to do the same thing. Showmaker just looking to get that last couple as, never mind, gets the Primal Surge, but there's a dancing grenade that dances over the top of him. Faker with an equalizer that doesn't quite kill Gideon. And it's not really going to matter too much. Sidesteps the Q beautifully. And then with the Flame Spitter and the Silenced Auto Attack.
Get him, Willer!
Take him down.
Get him! In this game. It's possible, right?
Well, Chobi not going to get seismic shove there as a lot of damage on Owner. He's lit on fire, and that is going to be Showmaker that locks that one down. Distorts back to keep himself safe, and now the curtains have been called once again. They are still in range as Cease and Desist comes on through. Deadly flourish there as Chovy is off to the side, and they are all just destroyed. UCal
for Gideon in terms of the damage.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be alive to do damage to champions, so
yeah.
The other team has not, the rest of the team has not really been alive very much.
What's impressive is I feel like I've just been watching Ona die in action. They're able to get back to lane and die so quickly, as we can see here.
My goodness, he did die very fast.
Not the second time, Scout says.
Yeah.
On this steal.
5 minutes earlier than last year.
4 levels down.
All right, well, let's see whether he can still land a smite, even though it doesn't quite do as much as they are looking to come on in. They're in time, but it's going to be Scout that locks down the Baron, and down once again goes Cuz. Scout is in a bit of trouble, though, but not enough, as Faker locks down a double already. Gideon is still doing some stuff, but that is going to be the ace, as it's only Scout that goes down on the side of Team Mid. They get themselves a Baron, and this may just be the end of the game.
I feel like Team Mid, just in general, getting a lot of value in this game.
The antithesis of playing in a very mid way.
Yeah, I would say so. I also really like the use of antithesis. It's a fantastic word just in general. 25 stacks has been claimed. This is what it does. It
yeah, interesting.
It eradicates Kanavi.
Team jungle, and yet they're not allowed to be.
I thought we were going to commentate some new patch action, you know?
We are! This is what the game's going to look like from now on. Aren't you looking forward to 2026, Wolf?
It's a lot of kills. That's 37 kills.
It certainly isn't. It certainly is, as we have another fight here. Scout is once again going to sacrifice himself for the good of the team, as Faker is barbecuing everyone on their way back to their base. Cataclysm comes on forward. I don't think Faker's dying here, although yes he is. Never you mind. There's the ulti out from UCal. That's a very cute little maneuver. Flashes out of the way. Doesn't get slammed by the Q. I don't know how he survived. It looked so cool. I highly doubt much of it was intentional.
If Team Jungle learned anything from this, I think they probably should have played through Gideon. Maybe they should have played through topside Kasase.
I think they should have played not in this round, Wolf.
Yes. Yeah,
oh,
maybe
really?
Owner
Was that an option?
I think Owner learned that. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Team Mid looking once again very strong this year. As Weave as well going to be thrown on through, but I don't think it's going to matter. There is the Nexus falling down. And
You still can't team fight.
yeah, no, of course not. But
also, I think she's
are you allowed to just not team fight?
I think she's very terrible with following up specifically on Syndra by engage. The Lucian is going to have to do the heavy lifting there.
There's the slow. And Ruler does get slowed down momentarily. Scatter the Weak doesn't do anything at all, and Teddy is solo killed! Carrier finds it! First blood for the mid laner.
Stemming the bleeding, so to speak, here for Diablo and Ruler in this one. And it is certainly going to be a lot of value. Damaged onto this turret is going to stack up the first plate. They go down so quickly as here we go, follow up on top lane.
Flashless Scion as Vault Breaker going to come on forward, and yeah, nothing Life can really do about that one. He's just going to try and clear up the minions as the zombie form. So let's have a look at this replay in mid lane as just sidestepping everything. Flashes over the top and doesn't even get hit by the Scatter the Weak.
Carrier did say he had a really good vibe that he was going to win the whole thing today, earlier. Smash may have to cover, but there's a big roam coming down.
Delight going to come in, pushes Smash away from his Gromp camp. And Delight might just be able to kill him. Does push him back there with the Vault Breaker. Nicely done. Paddlestar comes in, though, as now Diablo is very close to dead. Going to be able to make it underneath this turret, but looking a little worse for Wares. Team support really keeping up this pressure, even if they are behind in gold, at least for the moment.
Delight.
As Carrier looking for that angle once again. Bubble connects onto Diablo. The flash out from Ruler, and Diablo is very, very dead. Ruler might be following as Carrier looks for the angle. Oh, there it is!
This
gorgeously
is
played.
Sick exchange here for team support. Kellen gets the flash here and takes him out with the binding. This is just clean mechanics across team support here.
He's like, stop. Just wait a second. Basically saying, yeah, why are they so good, guys? That's what Ruler was saying. Still held on to for now, though. As Teddy and Carrier still fighting this one out. That was very cute from Kellen. Nice movement. But still not going to be able to fight the two of them by himself. Ghost is now rotating over. Great Slurkle as there is a flash out, but a great Pop Blossom here from Kellen. Ruler down to 100 as the flash over from Ghost. He's getting trolled by the vision, but should still be able to find the kill, and there it is. Diablo now finding himself alone, and Ruler, I imagine, is having some more choice words.
Roster who, you know, compared to everyone basically who, I mean, like, look, when you compare him to Delight, when you compare him to Carrier, and hold up, we're going to, speaking of Delight, have this little exchange here.
Yeah, Smash is feeling pretty good in this moment, as we can see, as Ghost finds Diablo trying to dash out of the way. The Arc of Ruin not quite finding enough damage as Diablo is so close to dead. That is Smash going down, though. Teddy finds the Scat of the Week, and there's Force of Will to take down the Lee Sin. The bot lane is getting some money back, as we can see here, is now Ruler going to have to rotate over. The bubble not going to land. And Teddy will be able to make his way out to safety. I do need to be careful. There are a couple of different bubbles. That's a great double stun onto Kellen and the other Kellen. But it's not going to be enough to grab a kill just yet. Let's see. Does find another orb. And yeah, the Unleashed Power will come in, and Teddy's able to lock down yet another one. 2-1-0 now on this Syndra.
Targets outside of the Siren who can just get popped. And I think Team Bot can really play around picks with their 4-man if they start to get some momentum.
And FaZe and Teddy got to be leading in role quests right now as well, so that's going to be a big factor coming up very soon as Ruler is under fire.
Yeah, flash forward there, does find the double Pop Blossom, but it's a great bubble to come on through as Ruler gets the tidal wave, and down goes the Nico. Ghost trying to solo this one out as Diablo does have the barrier and puts him down. Double for the young AD carry in the bottom lane.
From Ghost just isn't enough.
서폿이 2대2 어떻게 할 건데? 안 되잖아.
How come support play 2v2? As, all right, there's a great kickback from Delight. Pretty cute play, and actually does find Smash, but the Ball Breaker interrupt is even better. The mechanics in this game are absolutely obscene. As the flash out of the way here is Teddy looking for an angle. He's in a pretty unfortunate position as Ghost and Diablo are fighting once again. There's a double tap. Another auto is going to do it. Meanwhile, here towards the top side, it's Life getting thrown around like a ragdoll. Scat of the Week is going to connect, and FaZe is in the top lane.
He knows his role.
Teddy gets his role quest completed. FaZe is about to.
That's the most vocal I've ever seen.
They don't have the skills to win skirmishes.
Well, they have the skills to kill Ruler, perhaps, although he does put down a bubble to stop Kellen from finding too much. Tidecall's blessing holds him in position as the culling will be cancelled here by Diablo. Now he's looking to try and kill Kellen. He'll do just that as the Arc of Ruin from Ghost. He's able to answer one, but it's still a double for Diablo. 5-1-0 on the Lucian. Delight getting a cute little kickback there as Teddy taking a lot of damage. The bubble not going to connect, though. And Delight is going to get taken out. Carrier does find the answering kill, though. And Smash looking for an angle towards Life, who is pretty tanky.
As has been noted on Twitter recently. Very specific places.
Oh, Diablo and Ghost fighting it out once again. Delight comes on over, does land the Q as the tidal wave doesn't do too much. Flash out of the way there as Diablo is trying to avoid everyone and fails to do so as they're closing in from every angle. Ruler going to go down as well as the bottom laner just put down. Beautifully played there by the supports as Teddy going to do some split pushing of his own.
They really just don't like farming, this support team, but they do like ganking, you know, and it's a general vibe of the support, right? Roaming, ganking, finding kills, but it does mean even with that
teleport out.
Being picked up, they're still significantly down in gold.
I don't think Empowered Recall is going to be enough to get them out of there, so this is the safer call, and they can turn it into mid-control where they've already gotten a ton of damage done to turrets. Fiora took the top outer.
Yeah, they just keep turning up.
From every direction.
Yeah, and there's another fight happening here in this mid lane as the turret goes down, but so does Teddy. Answer is there, though, towards the bottom side. Is now FaZe fighting it out once again. Has managed to find a couple of the weak spots with the Grand Challenge, but that last one's going to be difficult to find. Riposte comes in, but Delight times it beautifully. And still, Smash is going to get a lot of damage done, and that is a 1-for-1 in the end.
Best case scenario, but I don't know if it's really anywhere near enough.
All right. Let's see, Kellen. A bit of supportal combat here. We wanted to see this. And that is going to be a Pop Blossom coming on through. The tidal wave is going to answer. Arc of Ruin from Ghost, but he's not going to go too far forward. Knows that Diablo always wants to fight.
Identity of Fiora in this game at the same time. This is back to Delight's timing, not what you guys were talking about. The Q here.
Yeah.
And waits and kills.
Safeguards the ward and baits it. Really just slick, but then he's like, oh, I'm dead.
Still, he got what he was coming for there, at least.
Going to connect, and FaZe will be able to use that riposte. That'll help him out here as Delight looks for the angle, gets the kickback, finds the Q. As Carrier, he's just portal jumping around, and FaZe is just going to die. Nicely played, catching this Fiora over and over again in the side lane. Try and stop that split push threat.
Yeah, they're going to try to commit Herald here, though, into the mid lane, and so, you know, it's one step forward, almost two steps back. Speaking of two steps back,
Scat of the Week, and he did not need the ulti there. Why is Teddy so large?
He is quite big on 2 items here.
Oh, double knockups there from Ruler. Does have to flash away because he's Nami in point-blank range after that Herald does come on down. And there is the Scion. Ruler is really dead. Let's see whether Diablo's going to be in a better state as, yes, everyone closes in and Diablo's dead.
I do love it. Just see champion, kill champion.
Yeah, all of the support, like everyone's supporting each other though, so I feel like it's all of them or like one of them.
Their whole thing is like we engage and we kill the champions. That's our job. So they just keep seeing them and they all engage.
Yeah.
They're all roaming all the time.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, Smash is actually doing a fair bit of damage. Steals away the Dragon as well. Pays is going to make his way in. The team fighting Fiora. Pretty good at cleaning up, as we can see here. Arca Bruin, and down goes Teddy in that top lane. And we have an Ocean Soul this game. That's pretty cool. And this one is way closer.
The whole thing.
He will. Unless Kellen can do something about it.
I don't think Kellen can do anything about it.
Yeah.
Watch him.
He will watch. And then he might die. We're going to look at Ruler taking on a top laner here as well. Supports
Defensive TP, also from Teddy. They cannot kill this Fiora.
Can they kill the Scion? That is the other question, as Ward's going down all over the place. He's ulting a different direction, as Teddy avoids the beach ball. My god, what is this damage, Teddy? It's ridiculous. It's okay. Pays looking for that angle and doesn't quite find it. Ghost with a great little flash, get himself out of the way and had that barrier for the extra safety.
Fights, and yes, the Scion was able to ult away, but Diablo's like, cool, I'll take a turret. And there's just not that many turrets left here for team support. 6-1 in this game is a majority of that 4,000 gold lead. Subverting my expectations, let's say.
It's really fun. I was expecting this to be a bit more one-sided. However, Teddy is making it not necessarily be true, as he's doing so much damage. Pop Blossom is going to connect onto only one, but it does get a lot of summoners out and spells. Ruler is just dead. Fish food, absolutely. He's not having a great time on the Nami today. Some low health bars here for the bot laners, and support members doing quite a good job as Pays defending this turret.
If you
get an optimistic thought.
If you get even just one kill as team support, it turns into a 5v3 because Pays can't fight. So they get that pick and they're like, all right, well, that's a turret. We'll siege this up. And who cares about macro? Who cares about side lanes? We get a kill. That gives you gold. We got the turret. That gives you gold. We're only 3,000 behind now.
Is going to not be enough to keep Diablo safe, as Life had to use his ultimate to avoid dying to Pays. In a 1v1, this Fiora is going to be... Oh my god! Okay, goodbye. Bye-bye, Diablo.
He just dashed into it.
Sometimes that's the best way to take a paddle star, you know? As Ruler is not going to get hit by that, but the bubble is going to come on down. Does manage to find the Aqua Prison onto Ghost, but he is still just dead. That's 8 deaths.
I think team support has kind of secured the comeback in this one. Like, I think they're in pretty strong control of this game. Now, they still need to deal with this side laning Syndra. That is going to get a big chunk there, but they're not going to be able to threaten the inhibitor. They're going to get this turret.
Pays just finishes Hullbreaker. He's like, guys...
In terms of the dragon stacking, support, I mean, both teams are really far away. Yeah.
Wait a second.
They've actually got it.
Why does support have no vision on the map?
They don't.
I feel like that should be what they have all the time.
Support don't know much about woods, you know?
Oh, that's very unfair. Well, that's just Baron at 24 minutes, taken by the bot laners for free.
All right, so...
Okay, here's my pitch, right? Supports are so used to having sight stones that
It was in a lot of mid-game skirmishes. He picked up a big farm lead as Smash may just die, though.
Yeah, let's see whether he can keep himself alive. Tidal Wave is decent, but it's Life that tanks it up. Diablo trying to keep himself alive where he can. Culling doesn't do too much, but they still manage to take him down as Ghost gets in there with the double kill.
All right, someone has to deal with this Fiora, though, as Pays looks for the inhibitor, and I think he's just going to get it.
He looked at the inhibitor turret, and it then exploded. So did Teddy. As Keria is having a pretty good time on the Zoe. Riposte comes through, gets on top of Ghost here as the flash out of the way, and the launch gets over. Down goes the Inara, and Keria is also playing with his food. It feels a little bit like the T1 bottom lane are the ones running this game. All right, here we go. Keria versus Pays. This is what we wanted to see. Zoom out, but it definitely is.
All right, let's see if we can find the angle.
Oh no, the pesky minion was spotted in the jungle. The bot laners, they know, and they still know. Look at this flanking minion. The flanking minion's going to get him, And the Pop Blossom, he was the other one. That was kind of cute. Does find one of them with it as Life comes in with the unstoppable onslaught. But down goes Kellen, unfortunately. The Q doesn't land there from Life either. Team support getting kind of cut down in this fight as the Unleashed Power comes in. Cease and Desist comes in and pays. He's in that front line having such a good time on this Fiora this time around. He will die, but it did look like he was enjoying what he was doing inside the enemy base, tanking up about 15 turrets. As Carrier just gets an orb thrown at him and goes down. That's an ace here for Team Bot, and I think that's just the end of the game. A little bit anticlimactic because I wanted to see a level 20 Fiora, but that's fine as the bot laners are going to be the team to move on.
And for another year, it's bot beating support. And you know what? The start of the game was so hopeful. It looked like team support was going to have it.
Showmaker Karma is just not as fun as what I was hoping for. I was kind of thinking, oh, he just ends up playing Bard, but maybe he'll play something really fun, a Mage again. Took a non-teleport summoner, he took the Ignite.
Oh dear.
So we'll be able to get teleport later. Now Faker is
Scout needs to put down the Walkman. As King is going to flash on top of Faker. They're all flashing to try and kill the GOAT. And they might be able to do so. There it is. First blood goes over to Dudu. He's happy to tank another turret shot just because he can.
Junglers are moving over, so Faker without passive very vulnerable right now.
Scout's seen on a ward too.
All right. Oh, the Harpoon's going to connect, but Scout's in a great position. Oh, shows himself a little early, you could say. Q going to miss as the equalizer just to try and stop them from getting out. The ulti forward from Faker, and he will be able to get revenge against King. And Q going to connect though here from Dudu, who's immediately out again as Scout was waiting in the area. A 1v2, not something that Dudu was able to get towards.
You know,
Okay, never mind. Scout is still looking for it. Gets the Conqueror proc, the world's shortest safeguard, and Scout just kills him.
Dudu forgot that he wasn't a top laner for a second. He's like, oh, I guess I gotta go back to farming.
Yeah. Well, Faker is once again going to not have a great time in this 1v1, as Kingen with the silenced auto attacks is really hurting. Hex Drinker is pretty good though. Faker is able to at least use that to help himself.
But now Kingen has a fresh set of cooldowns.
Oh dear, another Harpoon going to connect. The Scout makes his way over once again. The Ignite is ticking down, and Kingen gets the solo bolo. Scout should be able to get some revenge here. Scrap Shield comes through, but the Q is going to be enough. And that is the answering kill. Team Top now looking to rotate over and grab themselves this dragon. They should be able to comfortably do so.
Classic Faker, you know, making himself
Absorbing
look vulnerable,
the pressure.
absorbing pressure. The dragon, as mentioned, though, will go over to Team Top, so ultimately...
Yeah, he also, like, if he clipped them and cut them off... Oh,
that's a bit cute from Dudu. Finds the mechanics that time around, as Showmaker is going to get put down. And Scout is now looking for some grubs. We do have Dudu moving over, so might be able to contest a few of those. And Scout will be lucky to grab one by the looks, with Kingen moving over. Never mind, actually grabs the second as well.
Grabs the first one smiteless, so is able to use his smite for the second. Scout having a great game of jungle here.
The windup is going to come on through. Chaos Storm, or Arcane Storm, sorry, is not quite going to do the last bit of work here as Chovy Arcane shifts to try and get himself out of the way. Keen, so close to dead, but is going to survive. And down goes Chovy. Showmaker now going to be able to hold Dudu in position, but Scout doesn't want it. And Team Mid will lose another one.
Cleared free back for Kingen, still doesn't have his teleport.
Ooh. Dudu going to be able to take the crab away from Scout, and Doran is in position now to try and fight this one. Might be able to get himself out, does have flash, but instead he's just going to die. And Doran's going to be able to get his first of the game.
Pick that one up, so a big spike.
Wait, does that mean that Chovy just gets way more money? That doesn't sound balanced.
And it's with CS as well.
That doesn't seem right. He's already 30 in the lead. As, he's taking a lot of damage though. Zeus finds the angle, gets the flash. The barrier is not likely to be enough here as Chovy gets the Inspire Shield, but that isn't going to work out. We've now got Showmaker trying to figure it out here against both Keen and Zeus, and it does not work. Team Top get a double for the Yunara.
now you've got 2-0-2 for Keen. And yes, you got the role quest finish first. Oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Really,
well, regardless, despite having the role quest completed first, the fact you've given this massive influx of gold.
Moving over towards this dragon.
Chovy going for Triforce and not Essence Reaver, which would get changed to be a Sheen item.
True.
Talking a bit about Essence Reaver on Ezreal.
So good old Blue Ezreal's back.
Go for the build we have seen quite a lot last year, obviously.
Faker and Kingen continue to do Mortal Kombat here. Kingen does have his teleport now.
Yeah, Equalizer not exactly doing that much, but Flamespitter is doing plenty. And he gets the passive once again. In comes Dudu, though, looking to try and challenge Faker. There's just a kick to the face. Q's going to connect. Great little knock up there as Faker used the ulti to try and get himself some space here, but it looks like Dudu is going to be able to play it by auto-attacking him a bunch of times.
Strong late game carries here in the Victor and the Yunara. They're also going to pick up this Rift Herald here, and the tables have turned back into Top's favor a little bit here. They have a gold lead right now. And I am wondering what UCal is going to be able to do comparatively damage-wise later on. Chovy is playing this very mobile Ezreal but game, so both these comps are really interesting. I don't feel like either scales better per se. I think damage scaling is better for top, but how teamfights work is a little bit more complex than that.
Oh god.
Keen.
He's taking a lot of damage. Q going to connect there towards the end, but shift away from Dudu, who comes on in aggressively. Showmaker doing a fair bit of work towards Keen as well, as that Q landing is kind of crazy. Faker and Kingen fighting once again as Kingen gets that flame spitter back. The ulti comes through from Faker as the flash out of the way, and down goes Faker. Didn't have the passive that time around.
Yeah, and Kingen didn't even... Oh my god.
All right, well, from downtown, Scout just moves in and kills him. Pop Blossom going to pick up the Pantheon, but the turret is dead, and he finds another Q. In comes Doran, but I think Scout's pretty happy to continue fighting this as Showmaker comes on over, and the Q is going to connect there. Dudu is feeling pretty tanky, though, as his health bar is looking all right, but Doran is off the wrong side, and it's another Q that just executes that Victor.
Doran forgot he wasn't playing Jax or something.
Oh, no!
He's like, I'm flanking him. Wait, I'm Victor.
The big stars last time, Chovy and Showmaker, obviously Showmaker AD carry, Chovy top lane was like, those players really felt like they could just play those roles. But the Scout jungle has
really
been
came out
today.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really didn't see it coming.
That's looking a little bit like we'll need supplements.
Maybe he asked Chovy, what should I be building? And Chovy was like, Rod of Ages, maybe Banshees straight after.
The response might be a little bit more iron. It's all right. Showmaker finding Keen as Chovy just going to walk on over looking for these Qs, as we can see. Scout is there, but he's just as assistance as Chovy's going to be able to lock that one down. And Zeus is just being a minion all over the map.
Is going to end poorly for Team Top, I think.
I feel like it may. As teleport comes in from Faker. They do manage to take the turret, that's something. But Dudu is not going to have his life for very much longer as UCal comes in. That is actually Faker that locks down the kill, as we can see there. And now Chovy, arcane shifting, looking for Doran. He takes a few Mystic shots. As now Showmaker moving in, looking for Zeus. We'll be able to slow him down with a couple of Qs. And is now just saying, Faker, he's right here. Scout, he's right here. Triple Pop Blossom, but he's already in the Death Chamber. And Q not going to be necessary, as UCal's going to be able to take down that one. And all of a sudden, this game just seems unplayable for top lane.
Yeah, I mean, the first match Team Mid had obviously was a complete stomp. This game had a bit more legs, but starting to really feel like it's falling in their favor now. They should just be able to pick up this Baron. There's two members of Team Top trying to approach.
Yeah, let's see if that equalizer placement is perfect.
I mean, Kingen might be able to have an angle here, but this Baron is not long for the world and will be just secured by Scout.
I think it's the right call to just give this one up and not even waste your ultimate.
Feeling like they're never really going to leave until that inner turret is going to get taken down, as Dudu looking for another gank opportunity towards Faker here. Doesn't have a lot of support in the area, but has he reached that critical mass as he flashes towards Doran? Gets the knock-up. Kickback is good there from Dudu, though, to try and buy space for his Victor. Faker is still trying to lifesteal through this, and it's doing pretty well as he goes down to the passive, but I have a feeling that he may just die. Yeah, Gravity Well is a little bit annoying there, and Dudu's going to be able to grab themselves the kill.
It took 4 people.
Oh, True Shot Barrage! Not quite enough there from Chovy.
They almost get the kill with Chovy. It took 4 people. If UCal had TP or if Scout had ult, which he didn't at that moment in time, I think this actually could have gone well, and he's going to try to use it here on the bottom side.
Yeah, straight into a snare, though, which is a little unfortunate. Teleport to come on forward as Showmaker is making his way down. May not necessarily know what Orcs was talking about, as that is a relatively common T1 strategy. Okay, Scout is caught out of position. This is a lot of shutdown gold if they're able to get the kill onto the Pantheon, as Equalizer comes on through as well. He didn't have flash, or at least it isn't going to work, and it has now been shut down. It's a lot of money for the Yunaras. Now UCal could be dead as well, as Dudu looks for it and will be able to find it. It's another kill for Kane. Oh dear. Teemo Jungle was really infecting Korean solo queue more recently than not, so that could be a real option. And I think that is really on Brown. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, they made it so you can do it again. And they added another, they also increased the amount of mana on some of the tier items, like the maximum mana. I believe on the Fimbulwinter and the Mana Moon, it's up to 1,000.
So Fimbulwinter is going to be coming in next. Is that what you're saying?
No, it
Maximize the Muramana value.
You could go for tier items.
And in fact,
Good call, Atlas.
one nailed it. See, perfect. Never about misinformation, me. It's not my way. Bit of a siege here for the top laners though, as they are able to take down this mid outer turret. Decent shockwave onto 2, or at least 1, because that was a fake one. Dudu taking a lot though, as we can see there. Doran now face to face with Chovy and Showmaker. A little bit of a scary position, but Chovy taking a lot of damage as well. And in goes Dudu, looking at that angle. Arcane Shift so good from Chovy though to avoid that, and the Mystic Shot will be enough to take him down. Little optimistic there from Dudu, unfortunately.
And the backs get delayed here as well, and this is just the beginnings of the end, it feels, in so many ways. The Baron is back up. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Did, in fact, do that.
There was no one anywhere near it as well. There was no follow-up.
I don't have any tape of what would happen if he had have not done that.
Oh, yeah. He still had both sums as well. There was like no way he ever killed him, and he's just like, you know what, send it. Which...
Speaking of sending it, Faker is just going to get engaged on here in the mid lane. Does just use a whole bunch of everything in order to get himself to safety. Ulti and flash.
Soaking the pressure.
As Kingen is still feeling pretty good in this 1v1. Goes golden though to avoid dying to Faker, and there he goes. Nicely played here. Equalizer comes down as Chovy is in a lot of trouble. Arcane Shift. Oh, good flash from Keen. Avoids death to the True Shot barrage, but it was very cute play from Chovy to get into the brush.
Confidently in the hands of Team Mid to siege up this last turret here in the top lane.
The fact that Rumble gets Ignite and Teleport is really broken. There are a lot of champions where that is true. I feel like Rumble is like the biggest abuser, or one of the biggest abusers. Doran is in a lot of trouble. True Shot Barrage is not going to connect, so at least Chovy is not going to get an assist. So that's in the pros column. Doran's dead though, for not very much response. And that
goes in the cons column?
Yeah, that's in the cons column.
Okay.
And we're going to see Faker, who hasn't had a TP for a really long time, just come up here to the top lane and prep this second wave. They have this inhibitor in the bag.
Yep, diving onto Keen here as he's the Yunara. He needs to be doing damage, but it's so hard when Scout is so fed. Down he will go as Shockwave connects onto Dudu just to play defense. Zeus is dead as an afterthought, and now Dudu underneath this turret is not looking too long for the world. Or he can make his way out, but his Nexus is then going to be the one that dies. And Team Mid just casually walking towards the enemy base, and they will be winning this top versus mid battle and will put themselves in our final against the bot laners. And man, Scout just roll swap, man.
Yeah.
Looking real good.
As well. Both sides, frankly, have pretty insane engage. And pays.
Yeah, it's looking like it's not going to be the Aurora top. It's likely going to be the Aurora mid. This is kind of cool.
How are the bot laners losing bot?
Yeah, this is not where they should be losing. As Hook does pick the middle, and there is the passive to stun up Diablo, but Smash is making his way in, and Showmaker is now the one caught in an awkward position. Smash comes on over and says, all me, baby, and locks down the kill with the Q. Well, Smash certainly knows that, because he's probably been calling for a jungler his entire career. As now, he is going to come down once again. So he got the memo as Ruler, able to just crash out of the way of that Void Seeker, and Smash gets another one, 2-0 as far as the CS is concerned, but not quite as far as money. As Showmaker is going to find yet another hook. Ruler eats the entirety of the passive there from Chovy, who had built that one up. As Diablo able to offer a little bit back. Showmaker not quite getting enough down here, as we can see the heal was utilized. Shock Blast picks the gap between the two. And Scout clearing out some vision here, but not all of it. And Smash moves over. Flash immediately there as the W is dodged. And Smash is able to walk his way out. Yukal's moving over.
Ooh, good flash.
Teddy also coming over at a weird angle.
Flash forward here from Showmaker, looking for it as the Emperor's Divide picks them both up. Smash taken down, Ruler's dead as well. They do manage to get Showmaker, but Chovy lines up that passive once again, and he's out with barely a sliver of health. They'd say calculated, I think, as Faker comes in and tidies up the kill on Diablo with a Q. Pays has some spare time.
Health bars and Pays just TP top lane.
Well, he's just going to ult towards Scout here and takes him down. That's actually Teddy that locks up the kill.
Just roll quest first and snowball that a little bit here in this matchup into the Scion. We'll see how much that matters as Showmaker's got 6.
Yeah, finds the hook. Will he throw down the ulti? That's the question, as does Sokolot. There's a Magnet Storm, though, looking real good here from Ruler. Smash is making the rotation over. Voidseeker finds nothing. The ulti does come on through as there's a Killer Instinct, but unfortunately, Chovy just dies. And there is not much of a response, and Showmaker going to immediately follow. Bit of a snafu there from our mid lane, bottom laners.
Yeah, so close, and again, Smash turning up means that the mid-bot lane are pressured to try and find the kills, forced in to try and make something happen, and Chovy oversteps on the tower and does end up going down.
Yeah.
I just realized it's really weird seeing the mid-bot lane.
Yeah, I said it too, and it felt weird when I did it.
Yeah.
Really trying to aggressively force this as ooh.
Yeah, Anchor goes wide. Chovy's in so much trouble. Magnet Storm holds him in position. Supercharger not going to get him out of that one, as there is the flash forward from Ruler to find it. Crash down as well to hold Showmaker in position, and Diablo just walks up, grabs that fourth shot, and that is another double. Let's have a look at this replay one more time from Ruler's perspective.
If Ruler's asking for the W, it hits. He goes straight in on it. And there, he says, I got him. He flashes for it. Showmaker's flash here was really hopeful, I think.
Yeah. This is too easy, is what he said. Too far behind for, Scout and the bottom lane is Chovy looking to try and take down Diablo. Does get the passive, but in comes Smash. Finding that angle once again. Chovy this time will be able to at least complete the kill, but he knows he is very, very dead. Showmaker now just doing his very best to try and escape, and I don't know whether it's quite going to work, as even... Oh, the buffer is very nice, and has the Titan's Wrath as well. Now Pays looking to try and escape here as well, and it's looking like that might never mind. Probably not going to happen. Finds the ulti, pulls them both together. Scout is going to get taken down. The young hands on Mr. Pays are so good, and he wins the 1v2. Teddy moves in to mop up the kill onto Faker as well, and that is 2 on the floor. God, Pays is so good at this video game.
Pays is actually insane. I cannot believe that ultimate hit both. It is what it is. Let's watch Pays on Yone off-roll here on the top lane. 1v2. He's 2 levels up on the Jace, gets the shield here, avoids, and then look at the turnaround. That was insanity. Q3 into the reversal on the ultimate.
And just so casual about it as well. Clears his throat after pulling off one of the sickest 1v2s that we've seen so far today.
He was like, let me clear my throat to say nothing.
Yeah. Pays is now just eliminating turrets all over the place. There's the crash down once again. Decent depth charge, and Scout is just going to dive on top of Diablo. Chovy with the follow-up will be able to lock down that kill as Smash with the Cyclone making it happen. Chovy awkwardly is just going to kind of fall as the overextensions continue, and Team Bot always seem to have the answer.
Yeah, Team Bot also going to pick up a turret here for Pays. Really good for them right now.
Is jungle just broken still? Is that the answer I'm seeing here? Smash is having a great game, and prior to this, Team Mid was winning.
Let me get out of there. Voidseeker connects onto Diablo. Don't quite have a Rage Blade complete or anything like that here for Chovy. All right, Showmaker is likely dead.
This is a
does
real
have
barrel
flash.
tribute.
It really is. He can flash over the wall though. He shouldn't, because obviously he was in the wrong part of the map. As now Faker, Unstoppable Onslaught comes through, and Pays tries to ult his way out. Let's see where the Scout can hit these buttons, as Faker is very close to dead and not going to take the bait this time around. No outplay to be had. So Pays just on the floor, and that is Scout being able to pick up one.
I still think it was actually closer than it had any right to be.
Oh, I just realized he's building LGR because I added Giant Slayer back to it.
Yes.
Yeah, so against Ion, he wants to play the side lane. I mean, we got that from the Fiora game, but here as well.
Teddy gonna pop this. Watch this.
Murder Faker.
Teddy, pop it. Oh, come on. It's the most satisfying thing they did to the turrets in this game.
I know, missed the bottom lane one as well. A little bit of a shame. As everyone has some quest completions now. Maybe this is the game. We're going to see level 20 Faker versus level 20 Pays.
Doesn't quite have his second item yet, but either of these mid laners left alone, and they will rip turrets off the map as Ruler is going to look to engage.
Oh, Magnet Storm does come in. They're looking to try and dive this turret as Scout standing his ground for the minute. Chovy with the Killer Instinct looking to try and fight off Smash, and will be able to do so. Finds the passive proc as Faker turns up and not able to slow down Diablo there with the Roar of the Slayer. Leads now Pays, looking to try and teleport away, but it's going to be interrupted here by Faker. Gets the knock-up, as he's not exactly doing a lot of damage, but now Chovy's going to come through. There's the ulti connecting there from Pays, though. as he doesn't actually try to escape. Looks instead to just do a bunch of damage here to Chovy, and yeah, unfortunately unbound the soul, so he's dead.
Nearly, when he first unbound the soul, he nearly clipped him.
Yeah, it was
with the
actually
tornado.
insane.
Yeah.
Is he the best Yomi player? Obviously not, but
Diablo is likely to die. Really good position there on the Q from Faker. Nicely done. Showmaker's the one to lock down that kill. A little bit unfortunate, but it kills a kill.
I remember the first time Rich hit him with one of those charges.
Great hook there from Showmaker as well. He's really getting his eye in on this Nautilus today. As in comes Teddy. Can he find that angle? He goes between the worlds, but now he might be heading towards a world he didn't want to go to. And that is the Death Chamber.
This is a big swing back for mid. They're going to grab so much gold here off of this turret as well.
That was their domain. They were in the mid lane. Obviously, this is where they were the most comfortable. Crazy. This gold swing is ridiculous.
Yeah, huge pickup on the back of this play, and Team Bot kind of just floundering. And I think as well, you know, obviously FaZe is built specifically to deal with Faker in the side lane.
Just on the edge of it and gets taken out. That's so much space bought. That Baron.
Yeah, well, now curtains are being called here as Diablo good position to land some pot shots. Can he get the last one? The answer is no, as now Smash could be in trouble. Yukal looks for the angle, but now he's alone and FaZe is able to punish. Team Bot now with the man advantage, and without Yukal, it's really dangerous here for Team Mid. Barula is very, very low. Faker comes in with the unstoppable onslaught, and the rest of them will now engage. Chovy in with the killer instinct, flashes to get out of the way, but my God, Smash with the Cyclone is able to get the angle. Still, Faker is really, really dangerous, even on this Scion. And so it is only 2 and 1 left alive.
And they just knocked all those Baron buffs off everyone apart from Faker. So, you know, it looked like Team Mid was getting back in control of the game, but a big team.
And so far, you know, this game is delivering. Smash once again.
Never mind. Smash pretty happy about this position, as it turns out. Cyclone going to be able to get a whole bunch of knockups. Ruler comes in to try and add to it, as Showmaker still thinking that there's a possible angle here. Does get the knock up there onto Diablo in the back line, and Voidseeker does land. Chovy, do you go for it? That is the question. The answer is yes, as he's kind of gone in on everything so far. Still not going to be able to lock down that kill. Okay, this is frightening. Chovy going to be able to supercharge out of the way of Teddy. Has Showmaker there to try and help him out, but Chovy's still going to die as Ruler comes in to say goodnight to his mid laner on Gen G. And yeah, Showmaker just going to be dispatched once again. Now FaZe looks for the angle. Faker can have that ultimate interrupted. And now, I mean, it does take a lot to get through this Scion, so maybe you guys could talk while they kill it.
I mean, this is a pretty big win here for Bot, though. It's a ton of gold, and it's so much of the map opened up. In a fight that was really scrappy. I mean, Showmaker came out of nowhere.
To be turning a lot in the blink of an eye. We have 1.5 minutes on the next Baron and 2 minutes on this Dragon Soul, as Chovy once again in a little bit of trouble, as FaZe needs to be a little careful. As he does find the ulti, can he get a kill back? The answer's no.
How many turrets do they get in return, though, is the question. Yukal escapes here, but this turret is not long for this world. Look at that damage on the corrosion. And bottom lane also pushed in right now. They could just wrap around and try to grab 2 enters in exchange.
It was just a bit of poke. Still takes a lot. Yeah, and this Dragon is just gone.
Good pickup. So
I think they're just going to take the TP and be happy with it.
Oh, Teddy's position is now known as Chovy gets on top of him. Killer instinct to flash forward, and down goes Teddy. Almost just blows up Chovy in the meantime. However, not going to be the case. That could be a huge deal for this next fight, as now Smash gets a big old shield. Yukal's down, but that is just going to be Scout soloing out the AD carry. And now it's just FaZe with the damage. I guess Smash there as well, as FaZe looks for that angle. Speaking of damage, Hook is going to connect, but he'd unbound the soul, so he just snaps back. Faker, but we're going to have a look at the replay instead.
He's like, I'm going. He's like, let's move up and going. Goes on him.
Whoa. Oh, wow. He said whoa as well.
He was able to get the ult off they've had today, but this has been a nail biter.
Yeah, and FaZe is now level 18 and will be getting even further.
Oh, the root.
Seeing it as, oh god, yeah, Teddy manages to connect it, and down will go Yukal, and that should just be Bot being able to move on over and take this Baron.
And that might not be game ending in itself, but I think that might be the moment we remember in this finals, is the moment where Bot did break the backs of Team Mid. That catch onto Yukal there, the TP from FaZe, he's right in position to follow up on Baron.
Certainly very pushed up on the mid side, as Scout taking a lot of damage himself. Not sure about that one, Faker, as he does move very far forward, but he's still, as I said before, obscenely tanky. This time Diablo doing a decent job getting through him, and Showmaker gonna have to tank for Faker here. takes so much, but he is able to walk it off. But in the meantime, FaZe at level 19 is just crashing through these turrets. Faker looking worse for wear. And yeah, FaZe is just going to kill this. Yukal, I just don't think he's going to be enough. As yeah, he's just going to shift the sands to try and get himself the heck out of the way. Bot just going to stop the backs to allow FaZe to do his work. The Void Seekers are really hurting as Chovy has put together quite a few dangerous items, but with the Sun Disc there, it's not going to quite be enough. The Empress Divide just mistimed completely, and FaZe does get the stopwatch out of him, but does take down a Sun Disc there as well. Ruler goes way too aggressive as Scout's fighting against Smash. Some jungle v jungle here, as Megacone is just going to break that one up, as Smash is just dead. The Acathian Rain is going to claim it, and Yukal, to his credit, is still alive, but his inhibitor is not.
Yeah, I think there was a flash missing from that combo from Ruler there. Not so practiced on the Ral. Oh, some trouble there.
Unsurprising, as great little hook to follow up as Diablo going to get taken down, and now Chovy goes golden to avoid dying to Teddy, but he dies to him anyway.
Looks like his Acathian Rain didn't quite connect there. Off. And the rest is history. Is
oh my god, that's exactly what we needed to see. Snap back there from FaZe, and now another chance at this Chemtech Soul. FaZe has to use the ultimate defensively though, that is dangerous.
Down too.
Yeah, that's a lot of key ultimates that have been put up. We still have Empress Divide done. FaZe now in a lot of trouble as they are looking to try and burst down this dragon, but I just don't think they'll be able to do so. There's Between Worlds from Teddy. Gets out of the way of the Empress Divide as well as Yukal goes golden. Scout looking to make his way back to try and defend these players. These health bars for Team Bot are so incredibly low. Chovy able to kite it out and takes down Ruler, and Team Mid just looking that bit too durable.
I've never seen a Jhin in a weird scenario.
Oh my god,
Teddy.
okay. There's the unstoppable onslaught. A triple kill here for Faker. The level 19 Scion as Scout picks up the ace. And I think maybe, ladies and gentlemen, that could just be it.
What a close fight, though. I mean, Chovy narrowly surviving, doing massive damages in the last part of that team fight, picks up his 15th kill of the game, and is going to be the one who leads the charge to end this one. A phenomenal performance, even as you mentioned several times, Alex, winning the lane against Team Bot.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy. And, like, I feel like Chovy was kind of just going in most of the game. He died 8 times, the most on his team, but he also just killed everyone. And that is how you win games, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that rise.